Politics, A Survivor's Guide, by Rafael Behr. Read by Rafael Behr. Author's Note, January 2023. British politics was not calm in the year when this book was written. There were 3 prime ministers, one of whom lasted barely 6 weeks in office, although she crammed a formidable volume of chaos into such a short time. I worked quickly, but events also moved fast. Relentless political frenzy has been a boon and a challenge when writing about the health of democracy. It vindicated my choice of subject while complicating the task of capturing it in print. I had to include new evidence that supported my argument without getting swept up in a rolling carnival of ineptitude that paid no heed to my publisher's deadlines. At some point, I had to stop and send the manuscript. I shudder to imagine what new turmoil might have unfolded in the months between completion of the last draft and its publication as the volume you are now listening to. Decades of writing for daily papers and websites have ingrained in me a horror of printing something that is overtaken by breaking news and an impulse to be always revising and rewriting. But this is not a piece of journalism. The task I set myself was to understand the causes of a chronic condition, not to list every symptom. Another journalistic foible is the tendency to privilege the recent over the significant. That is one definition of news. I have tried instead to maintain some distance from the daily churn of events and focus on the forces beneath them. The book is partly about the benefit of retaining that perspective. Whether I managed it isn't for me to judge. What follows describes the evolution of turmoil, personal and political, over many years. That account should not be made obsolete by unforeseen events, but, paradoxically, the closer the narrative gets to the present, the faster it goes out of date. Facts will change. New information will come to light. The passage of time can falsify things that seemed true when I wrote them. I can't insure the text against errors of that kind, but I do apologize for them in advance. Introduction. Heart failure. Our perspective on the past alters. Looking back, immediately in front of us is dead ground. We don't see it, and because we don't see it, this means that there is no period so remote as the recent past. Alan Bennett. The Widowmaker. On the 31st of December 2019, shortly after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I put on my running kit and set off from my home in Brighton. The weather was mild for late December, but there was still a chill in the air that felt sharp in my lungs once I started breathing hard, which I did almost immediately. I trotted in the direction of the local park.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?